DBI. On Facebook, you can catch them on Facebook is really a bit different. It's DBI Southwest, and then Instagram and Twitter is DBI.
At P-Town Radio, we can advertise your business on a small cost. For more information, contact us on email info@ptownradio.co.uk. At P-Town Radio, we can advertise your business on a small cost. For more information, contact us on email info@ptownradio.co.uk. You're listening to P-Town Radio Plymouth, BAME Community, online radio station, putting community together.
Are you caring? Are you a team player and passionate about helping others? Here at Indiana Healthcare Services, we are looking for a healthcare assistant and nurse to work in and around Devon and Cornwall. Why work for Indiana? We make sure you work when you want to work, hours that suit your lifestyle. And above all, we provide in-house training and competitive rates of pay. Pick up the phone and call us now on 01752 418 014 or head over to our Facebook page.
You're listening to P-Town Radio Plymouth, BAME Community, online radio station, putting community together. At P-Town Radio, we can advertise your business on a small cost. For more information, contact us on email info@ptownradio.co.uk. You're listening to P-Town Radio Plymouth, BAME Community, online radio station, putting community together.
Yes. Welcome to the show. This is Tendai Madume live at P-Town Radio, your station, my station, and our Plymouth favorite station. In the studio with me is the first podcast, first show, Diversity Dialogues, here where we discuss things that are happening in our city, that are happening in every city around the world. It could be similar, it could not be similar, but we are talking about what we are doing here down in Plymouth where we live. So please, just to make sure you are listening to us, we've got our guests in the building, so I want to make sure that you can hear them. So please make sure you tuned in and test the sound for us. Like we said, if there's any promoters out there, businesses, anyone who wants to help us to obtain a technician who can help us, we are still doing it ourselves here in the studio. So I want to make sure I'm sounding good on this platform, Speed Town Radio. Before we go deep into our conversation, I'm just waiting for a few people to join us and have a conversation. We are going to have an interesting conversation here at P-Town Radio. The studios are in Plymouth, Union Street, at the plot. That's where you can find us. We are still looking for more people to collaborate with us. Please allow me to change the heading of this particular video. That's not the heading we meant to go with. We are talking to a very special guest in the studio today. So I just realized we are not talking about, it is probably part of collaboration as well. So please bear with us as I make sure that tagline does not sound the way it is at the moment. But okay. Probably I can do it when I'm live. But anyway, we will have to repost that and comment that as well. Let's just press record as well. Make sure that we have a copy of this recording. Right, are we all ready? Can you hear me? Is your sounding good? Just for a quick hello to just make sure my mic is sounding good. Please, can you say hello?
Hi.
Yes, thank you very much. I think that sounds good. So I'm here in the studio at P-Town Radio. Before we go any further, I gotta do a disclaimer as usual. The views and ideas expressed in the following program are strictly of myself, Tendai Madume, and my guest, are not views represented by P-Town Radio as a radio station. So please do not come after our radio station. This is clearly just me and my guest having a conversation on this platform. This is Diversity Dialogue podcast with Tendai Madume. Let me introduce you to my guest before we go any further, so that we make sure that you see a wonderful lady who is in the studio with me this morning. It's afternoon, actually, it's after 12, so it is good afternoon, Dr. Joy Nita. How are you? I'm good. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good.
It's good to have you here. I know we only probably spoke Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. We are on a conversation.
Yeah, already.
How was your trip to the studio?
Not bad.
No bad.
It's
Yes.
very good.
It was
I think
good?
I've been here before, so not in the room.
Yeah, but you've been at the plot
Yeah,
before,
the plot
so
before,
it helped for you to make your way here. Right. So we're going to actually allow you to introduce yourself a little bit to our audience. Please tell us, who is Dr. Juanita?
That's my name already. How do I go about this? So in the common way that people introduce themselves,
Yeah.
with their professional and what they're doing, I'm working with the University of Plymouth and the University of Plymouth International College. I'm a lecturer. I'm teaching law and business modules. And I am a wife.
Yes, that's good.
And recently started an organization that is close to my heart.
Yes,
we're going to of me, which what brought me
yes.
here.
We're going to dive into that very soon.
I love a person who loves learning, networking,
that's correct.
and pushing people
Yeah.
to explore their potential.
That's correct. Yes, it's
Yeah.
good. It's good. So, am I hearing like a life coach in there? Am I hearing someone who,
Something like that.
along those
Definitely,
lines?
yeah, along those lines, yeah.
Yes. That's just good. I mean, many people chuck those words around anyway. Life coach, I'm a coach. It is good. Some people do it differently. I'm glad you have come to P-Town Radio to have a discussion and a conversation with myself. Let me tell you, actually, you are the first person to come on Diversity Dialogues in the studio with me. So I'm looking forward to this conversation this afternoon. Let's talk about how long have you lived in Plymouth? Why I'm asking this is I want to make sure that I know there's a summit coming up, which is in Plymouth, but Devon, in general, when did you come to Plymouth?
2011. How many years?
Yeah.
long enough, I could say.
Don't test my maths live on radio, please. That's not fair.
More than 10 years. We
Yes.
can put it easy
Okay.
that way. I came as a student.
Yes.
An international student.
Yes.
But that time, there were few Africans, should I say?
Yes, you can.
And schooled here, I did my foundation, undergraduate, and then I left, I think, 2015 to Bedfordshire to do my master's. And then I went to Kent to start my PhD, and then I got a job here in Plymouth.
Oh.
So I think around 2017, 2018, I came back again. So I'm a Plymouth kid.
Yes,
I know
yes.
the city.
I know. It's really good. I mean, it's really good that to see from my perspective. I've been in Plymouth as well for a long time, and from my perspective, I think it's also good to see people who have come here to study because I've seen plenty of them, and it's also good to see those who have stayed behind.
Yeah.
Not only they've stayed, and they're also trying to achieve, to build something, which is very encouraging. So let's really look. I know I've got an hour with you here, so I'm gonna have to take my time and make sure that we have a longer conversation. I don't want to just dive into, whilst we are also building audience as well, people who are listening. If you are listening to us on our Facebook page, we are available on Facebook page, we are available on Twitter, we are available on YouTube. We are everywhere on P-Town Radio. If you are also interested, we are also live on my TikTok. If you're a TikTok person, go over there as well. Or you can hear the conversation with Dr. Is it Juanita?
Juanita.
Yes.
It really doesn't matter. People get so personal, like, just tell me how you pronounce it. I'm like, I know you're addressing me. I really don't care. Like,
Yes.
Joe, Juanita.
Yes.
Let's go with Joe, I think. That's easier.
That's easier
Dr.
for who?
Joe.
Are you Joe or are you Juanita? I want to call you your name.
It's Juanita.
Juanita. Thank you very much. Now I'm fully aware. I can call Juanita Dr. Juanita in the building with us here at P-Town Radio. I'm really excited. Let's dive into why you are here this afternoon. Why are you here at P-Town Radio Studios? I'm fully aware we have discussed it here. You've got a foundation that you already mentioned that is close to your heart. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so Sisters Talk aim to bring women from different backgrounds, different experiences, to share knowledge, to share support, to help each other as sisters. At the time itself stand for Sisters Talk. We are sisters and we are talking, we have siblings and we don't discriminate them or leave them behind. We want them to get better, with those potentials. And so sisters talk, sisters are talking, but it's not about talking only. Our talking are the one we're saying talks that sparks growth.
Yes.
To bring that thing out, to make you become the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Network, connect, support, collaborate, and empower each other.
Wow.
As family.
Yes. Sounds very interesting. And listen, we've been doing this radio for a long time. When I say we, I'm also talking on behalf of my colleague Jabo Butera, singing similar sort of message of collaboration, of empowering, uplifting. Yeah. And here you are starting this wonderful organization. I just want you to go back a bit and tell me what really inspired you from that perspective. Tell us what was the thought process before the name and then the organization started.
Yeah, I think from the background story, we all have that one thing that differentiates us from others, and we don't really see the good of that. So growing up, I've been one of those kids that if something is going wrong somewhere and they have tried their best, when they're at the point of giving up, they're like, give it to Joanita. Let her give it a try.
I see.
If it is a conversation, if it is about changing, if it's about giving someone hope, they're like, if you try and it does not work, then there's no way out. So it has been like that in my personal experience. But then when I started working as well as a lecturer, I come across a number of different students, and they are a term like seeing like certain weak students. And for me, I kind of have more interest on those.
Yeah.
So the ones that people have given up on them, I'll be a friend to you and find something that would motivate you or awaken you and become that part of that group or that part, a part of class or whatever area that we are in. So that those people who feel like they're left behind or they don't belong or they don't fit in, and I'll try to trigger you and just bring you up like, you know what, you're part of this, you can do this. And I tried it with my students, then I started with the community. If I see a sister who is good at something and then they're just behind, I'm like, come on, I might not be good at that thing, but then I could find someone like, try here, associate yourself with this one, do this, and then just, so from there I was like, okay, looks like I'm building a immunity here, and there's more demand, and I cannot do everything on my own.
That's correct.
I started speaking with some professionals in personal development, in professional development, and most of them, they're like, we are ready to help, we just don't know where to find those people who need help. And I'm like, okay. So I know the who know what and how, and the one who don't know what and how. So I am the bridge.
In the bridge.
I'll connect you to, and that's where the Sisters Talk
came from. Thank you very much for the wonderful explanation there. I know myself. I've tried certain things in this city. I've tried to push for certain things to happen, and I know the difficulties that can come with that. Please, just express to me some of the challenges that you faced to get it going. I know now it's probably in motion. I'm not saying it's nowhere near where you want it to be, but I'm just talking about it's now in motion. But what are the sort of difficulties you had and the difficulties you are still inquiring right now to make this foundation, a talk of the town?
I think number one thing is fear, myself. Thinking like, who am I to try to help the people that need the help? Yeah. Do I have the resources?
I see.
Am I the right person to do this? And so the few people, again, some of the professional, when I was trying to speak to them, they're like, that niche I don't think exists. Like, to bring the weak and the strong together in the same room is something that might not work. So some discouragement, fear, and resources, perhaps, which is bring back to the fear, like, do I have that? Do I have that? Those have been a few of the things that has been a challenge to me. But so far, every problem have a solution. So as you're making a move, you come across this, and then I think I learned, or I heard someone saying, I think it was a founder of Disney or whoever. I was listening to their podcast, and he was mentioning when he goes to the office and he shares some plan for the day, and everyone will be like, yeah, that's possible. He'll be like, this is not what I want. I want something that is impossible to make a difference. So when people were like, this is impossible, I'm like, this is what I want to do.
This is what you want, yes.
Whatever that they thought is impossible.
Is difficult, yes, of course.
Let's make it possible.
Yeah. That's very interesting.
So, yeah.
And what are the challenges you're facing now? Let's say if someone asks you now, okay, I've heard about the Sisters Talk, the foundation is great, but you're still missing something. What is it that you think you are missing for it to go a bit further?
To convince the people who I believe need help.
Yes.
That there's help.
There's help, yes.
Yeah.
She's very...
Yeah. I came to understand, I don't know if it's being open-minded. People who are ready to learn are the one who become. But people who think they know it all, then that's like a limit there. So the people that are struggling are the one who think they know it all.
Wow.
But there's always something new outside there to learn and to develop.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about, I did mention to you today, we're talking about collaboration and stuff like that. Are you finding any challenges in that at the moment? Or you're still in the
search? I think I'm somewhere in between. There are some people who are like open-minded. They are ready, though they have their own demand, which again becomes a challenge. And there are few who, again, it brings back to the mindset, like who think they are up there, they cannot help, they cannot collaborate with someone who is starting. Yeah, I think mostly more like that. I'm somewhere in between there. Yeah.
Hopefully, if you are listening to us right now and you're thinking, how can I get hold of Juanita so we can collaborate in this particular initiative of this foundation? We will give you all the information you need very soon. So please stay tuned. We're going to be giving you all the gist you need to make sure you keep in touch with Dr. Juanita.
Yeah.
You can also contact P-Town Radio when we can make sure we signpost you to our team and everything like that. Let's move on to what's the mission? What's the goal? Let's say people are listening right now and they are in that zone where you're saying they're either troubled or they're trying to adjust. But what's the ultimate goal? What's the mission? Is it your mission to have many people in one building speaking the same language, or signposting many people into different organizations? What is really the mission? What is it that you're trying to achieve with this Sisters Talk Foundation?
So the idea is, we know we have different struggle or different challenge. There are some people is self-confidence. There are some people is resources. There are some people is just need to be beside someone, like to push.
Yes.
So we face different struggle or different challenges, because the idea is to bring the best version of yourself. If you have a dream and you don't know how to get there, to signpost you. Like, do this, touch there, or I need this, there's this that can push you. And so if I go back to the vision of Sisters Talk, it's like a global foundation meant to be, though we are starting with Plymouth first, seeing how it's going to go.
Yeah.
And the idea whether I just want to see maybe number of women in the room is, I think that's the bigger picture outside there, but the intention of the Sisters Talk is to touch someone personally, to change one person. If one or two people change after the first event that I'm planning, then that's a success to me.
Yes, that's one person at a time. Yeah.
If that happens, the majority, the better. But sometimes you cannot try to touch everyone at once.
That's correct.
But so the first event that we are starting is just to waken up that dream. I don't know if you've got there, but we are having different women from different background, from different professionals in education, in business, in politics, and they're coming to tell us the story.
Okay. Before we get into that, which we are going to get into that very soon, what are some of the key programs or initiatives that the foundation is doing or planning to do, which probably include what you about just to tell us?
Yeah. So we'll be having different workshops. We are planning to have mentoring program and coaching program. So we have coaches, we have mentors that are ready. Those some need to be paid, so we are looking for funding to be able to afford because they are expensive. So to have workshops, to have some seminars, to have at least one big event like the She Lead Summit that we are having once a year. But every month we are planning to be having something just to put people together, to encourage, to inspire, and touch those bases that people are struggling with.
Oh, wow. Very interesting. I think that's going to take us straight right into your first program you just mentioned that's coming up. Let's talk about this wonderful program that you have. I can see you've got a flyer. If you pass me the flyer, let's say
She is leading.
Yes, She Lead Summit 2024 is coming up. If you are right now live on our page, this is the page. This is the flyer. If you see it around Plymouth, the flyer is here right now. Here, please go pick us up. Pick one up. You can probably pick one up here now at P-Town Radio. We're gonna have some here, and you can pick up some at Jabo. So we're gonna give them there because we are right in the same building.
Definitely.
So please, this is the flyer that is going around right now with this program coming up from Sister Talk Foundation. We're going to talk about this a bit more with Dr. Joanita. So please stay tuned whilst we dive into this wonderful summit coming up. Let's talk about the She Lead Summit coming up. Tell us more. What is it about?
It's funny because we're having a conversation with someone who's sitting next to me here about the title Safe Like She Lead. I think most people were thinking about it's a leadership summit, like leaders in certain organizations are meeting to discuss their own issues. But the idea is for every woman who wants to become the best version of themselves.
I see.
And so we were able to secure amazing women.
Yes, so you've got very good guests coming up.
Yes, in the community.
Wow.
Number of them are within the city, so we know where to grab them after.
Yes.
And ask them questions. Few are coming from London and other cities. But so the idea is to we're creating a platform to sit down with women who have tried to walk the walk.
Yes.
And to share their story with us. So it's like they are leading, and it's personal leading actually. It's not about because she's a politician, because she's a manager, because she's a CEO, then it's about her. But every woman who wants to take control of her life, to become better in their professional, in their personal journey. So they're coming to sit with these people who have tried and hear stories. And the beautiful part about this is that even attendees, so it's not like the speakers are expertise in everything, but just there to share their stories, to share their challenges, how they've overcame their challenges, and just give others hope, like, oh, I'm struggling with the same thing, but it's possible to overcome. It's possible to be in that seat, in that position, but give a room to network as well, to meet women. Plymouth is a bit boring sometimes.
I think she's getting comfortable now.
I know.
It's all coming out, yes.
People travel to London, to Birmingham, to all other big cities to attend events.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're creating a room to learn and have fun.
Yes.
At the same time, meet new people, get out of the bubble.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, I can relate to that. I mean, we need programs here in Plymouth. It's very important that we have people like yourself or like your organization coming up with this wonderful initiative for people to do. Where is this event, please, if you can tell us?
At Plymouth University, Jill Craig built a room. It's a cinema room. Easy to locate. It's just beside the cafe, within the Roland Visky building. So it's a University of Plymouth. If you get around there, it's close to town center. So I don't think anyone can get lost. And it's the 20th of November, starting 10:30, where people will network, have tea and coffee and biscuit, have a chat, take pictures, have fun.
Yes.
And then move to the room.
Yes. And let's also talk about... go on.
Yeah. So after the networking, then we move to the room and learn, and then we have lunch break where people again will network, we take pictures. People can bring their business flyers. We have table, they can exchange contract and just meet new client, meet new friends that are like-minded and learn and just have fun. Sometimes we just need to go out and meet new people.
That's correct.
Yeah.
It sounds very exciting, to be honest, and also
I am excited.
it sounds also exciting and a bit you gotta find your way to get there. Is any tickets being sold? How do we get in to embrace this opportunity?
Yeah, the air tickets on Eventbrite, or if you Google She Lead Summit Plymouth, the link will come there. You should be able to see details and where you can book your ticket, and the price. I'm telling you. Is very reasonable. People who know the value of this thing, they're like, are you sure it's going to be valuable? Because the price
is... yes, I know. I know. You don't win. It's, you make something a bit available, cheap. No, not but cheap, it's available, but people are like,
Yeah, but that comes to the idea of trying to reach the people that I want to be reached.
And build, yes. I can relate to that as well. I think it is important to make sure that you go and get yourself a ticket. Can we get any one ticket for my P-Town Radio fans?
Yes.
Can we? Yes. See, so I'm advocating for you guys here right now. We're actually going to get one ticket for this wonderful show.
The rule, it must be like you are really ready to change.
Yes.
Yeah, you are coming to learn. Get a pen and an exercise book. Come and take notes.
Not just come for sandwiches.
Oh no. Well, that might work as well. It could be a catch. You coming for sandwich and then you hear something that wake your mind up. Like,
That's correct. Yeah. Is there any particular message or a goal for this particular summit? I can see it says 2024, so I'm assuming there's 2025, 2026. What's the theme for this year? Is there any specific theme, or it's an intro, it's an all-round
so with this year, we're talking about resilience. We're talking about growth, personal growth. And we're talking about networking, which is the area that I'm more interested in.
Yeah.
And that's what I think when people know the value of networking, going outside there, meeting new people, hearing from other people, it's going to make that's what changed me, actually.
That's correct.
Yeah. And I want people to experience that.
Thank you very much. Doctor, I'm going to put you on a spot here. This is called a She Lead Summit. That means, in my understanding, she means women. You are looking for women. What should we be doing, us men, during this or we can sponsor our wives, sponsor our partners,
bring your wives,
drop them by the door, make sure they're there. What should we be doing?
If I was a man, if I were a boy, if I were a man, I'll make sure whoever who is close to me and the person is a lady or a woman, I will push them to come to this event. I will definitely. So buy ticket for your wife, your friends, your family. Not just buy, push them, convince them. Yeah, it could be they're not ready to learn. Yeah, but just go out, meet other women. Yeah, go take pictures. Just go out.
Just go out. So you're encouraging men to be also involved. Yes, please support. Tell us, sister, if you're a man listening right now.
Brothers support sisters.
Yes, that's true. So if you're a man listening to this particular show right now, please don't forget you can also participate, also help by make sure you bring a sister. Tell your wife, support it. What's the plan?
I don't want to see a lady in the street on that day.
You want every woman to be at the University of Plymouth.
We need to write a notice like ladies should not go. If you're coming out, it should be to the J. Creek at University of Plymouth. Lockdown.
Let's talk about you said you don't want to see any women. What are you doing right now to make sure that you reach out to every corner? I know one of them you're speaking to Tendai, so that helps.
I'm here. Touch. Plymouth is big, actually.
It is.
It looks small, but it is big.
Yes.
It's hard to reach out to everyone. So the best thing I tried, social media is one of the best way to reach out to people.
And what's the handles?
We are using Sisters Talk on Instagram. I think that's where we're more active. LinkedIn, I'm using my name. That's where I'm promoting and I'm creating a community there. So Dr. Juanita Ntangeke. And another thing I've tried, so some people, they might see flyers, they might see an advert, but they won't be moved until you speak to them.
That's correct.
So finding it is hard to speak to everyone. I tried to find the leaders in community. For example, yesterday I led with a lady. She's amazing and she doesn't know she is.
I hope she's listening right now.
When I was sitting down with her, she was like, "You're amazing." I'm like, "No, you're amazing." She's a leader of Romanian community. Romanian, yeah. And then she connected me with a Polish community leader for women.
Yeah,
and she was sharing me. She was sharing number of events or activities they're doing in the city, and I'm like, I've never heard of this as well.
There's a lot going on, but it's not being shared around. You're very correct on that one.
So I'm like, now I'm getting you to share it around. And like, so I'm getting the leaders in the community, the people that have people to share with their people.
Yes, definitely. Thank you very much, Mr. Dr. Juanita. Thank you very much for coming and share this conversation with myself here at Diversity Dialogues. It's P-Town Radio, your station, my station right now, Plymouth favorite radio station. If you didn't know, we are always live here on Friday. I'm here talking to people like Juanita to make sure that you reach out to every corner of the city, like her own ambitions. Let's do the final thoughts on this conversation, on what you guys are doing. Sometimes we know when people are talking on the radio, you gotta leave a mark. You gotta leave something. People,
no, you did not prepare me for that.
I'm not putting you in pressure, and I don't probably could repeat what you even said earlier on anyway. Because we are trying to say, if someone just stumble along this video on our Facebook page and they listen to it, it's like closing words for you from yourself. This has to come probably from your heart, because this is your foundation, or you can get a support from the co-founder who's also in the building to help us with that one. So please tell us why should people follow Sisters Talk on a Facebook page, and why should they come to the Share Lead Summit 2024 this year?
If you are a person who wants a change, it doesn't matter what type of change, then you are a leader. Whether it is for yourself, a change for yourself, or a change for the community, that explains you are a leader. And the message that I want to pass is take action.
Yes.
I think most of us complain, something that bothers you a lot, and you feel like, why others are not bothered with this, then it's a sign like you are supposed to bring that change. You are the person to make that difference that you think is supposed to make a difference. That remind me, actually.
whilst we are talking.
Yeah, that remind me, because I'm specialized in international commercial law, and I've been attending a number of conferences outside the country, actually. And when we go to these conferences, you meet these professionals, international lawyers, arbitrators, and academias. They're discussing the same thing that they all know the solution or what the problem is. So I remember once, I think it was in Kenya, and I think I got bored, and I'm like, the things we're discussing, we are the people, we know the problem, we know the solution. The people who need to hear this problem and the solution are outside there. So why can't we grab them or reach to them? Conferences or events became more like people of the certain community who know each other, discussing the same thing, hearing the same thing, and then what?
Yeah.
Then what? And then I remember my supervisor was like, then that's your call, do something.
That's correct.
And again, that's that's where the Sisters Talk or the event for Sisters Talk is all about. So it's not about coming and talk about more like giving a lecture, but speaking from experience to people who need to hear these things.
That's correct.
And bring changes. So as I was starting at the beginning, is like, if there's anything that troubles you in any area of your life, you are the person to take a lead and take action. I think most of us are scared. I'm not perfect. I cannot do this. And I used to be like that, I think.
Yeah.
But this year, I'm like, no. You just take one step ahead and like, oh, okay, I can jump here. Oh, I can cross here. So as you're starting walking, then the light start to show.
Yeah.
You meet the right people. And with meeting the right people, that comes to networking and association. So you have an idea. You might not know where to start. Connect with people who have started to do those things. Ask questions. People have answers.
Yeah.
We just don't ask, or we're scared to ask.
We're scared to ask. Wow, I don't think I can follow that. That was very touching. I know I probably get you started whilst we are finishing. Thank you very much for coming, Dr. Juanita, to P-Town Radio. It's also for me to tell the listeners that please go and to this summit. Is happening on the 20th of November. That's the next week, actually. Wednesday. It is.
It's not far.
It's not far. The location is University of Plymouth. Venue is RLB Jill Craig. So please go and share some wonderful conversation with wonderful women. Iron sharpens iron. So
exactly,
it is important that you join this wonderful initiative in Plymouth. I was talking to my wife. She goes to some retreat church. She drives 4 hours for it. So some of these kind of things, I think it's good to have them locally. So please support Juanita and her co-founder, which she is in the building as well. She had to come and make sure that Juanita is saying the right things about this organization. But don't forget, please also follow them on Instagram. They didn't mention Facebook. You're on Facebook yet?
No, but I'm on Facebook myself.
Yes, okay. So they're working on their Facebook page, but you can follow herself, Dr. Juanita.
We've got some new followers already. It's working.
Thank you very much. P-Town fans, thank you very much for doing that for us. It's also my pleasure to tell you as well, before we go, Dr. Juanita is also joining P-Town Radio family. We are so happy, looking forward to collaborate with her in making sure that this particular platform is used as it's supposed to be used. And we are very happy you've also come to share your if you're out there, so you're doing what she's doing, if you're running a program, you're doing whatever you are doing, at least the platform is there for you to discuss. Thank you very much.
And P Radio is ready to put you outside there.
It was wonderful. I think you played the part in this wonderful show. Thank you very much. I shall see you soon and take care. If you are listening to us here at P-Town Radio, please follow us as well. We need you.